subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Okay, good morning everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Monday, January 20th, 2020. And today we're going to be talking about the 4 worst teams in all of sports history, counting down from 4 to 1, with 1 being the worst of the worst. So let's start out with number 4, which is the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons are just a pathetic organization. I'm only 5'6", and I know I can play better than them. They are just garbage. They are the worst team in basketball. They don't have anybody good. Everything about them is ridiculously bad. They're just a horrible organization. I remember when they had the Bad Boys back in the 80s, 90s, something like that, when they had Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman, Joe Dumars, Vinnie Johnson, Bill Laimbeer, and all those. They were a good, reputable team then, and then going up against Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics and Magic Johnson against the Lakers, that was a good team. Those were good times. But now they just suck, and they're just absolutely horrible. Now let's go to number 2, which, and I thought I was going to have this as number 3, but actually they're up to number 2. This is the Detroit Tigers. Had the worst record in Major League Baseball in 2019. There's absolutely nothing good about this team. Miguel Cabrera, otherwise commonly known as Miggy, when he's good, but he's injured. He's just a liability on their salary cap. But the thing is, they can't get rid of him. They can't trade. Nobody's going to want this guy because, first of all, he's injured most of the time. So he's a drain on the team financially, and he's always injured. It's ridiculous. They can't field, they can't pitch, they can't hit, they can't do anything. They're not worth anything. Third, let's go on to the third team, and the Detroit Red Wings. I can't even ice skate, and I know I could play better than what they are. We're in the middle of hockey season right now, and I do watch some of the games, and the only reason I watch is I enjoy watching them, watching the other teams to see how many goals the other team are going to get, because they are even the announcers are saying that the Red Wings are a joke, because they are. They are just pathetic. I remember their centers going back to Marcel Dion, then Steve Yzerman, who's their current general manager. When he was their center, they were winning things. They won a couple of cups, and they were just a dominating team. And Scotty Bowman, when the Red Wings had Scotty Bowman as their coach, they were just unbeatable. But ever since those days, they've just fallen on their behinds. And then the center after that, then you had Pavel Datsyuk, who was good, but they never got over the hump. They were up there. They were always near the top, but they never could get a cup with them. Now they have nobody, and they are just the worst team in hockey. Now, let's go to number 4. The worst team of all time in all sports is the Detroit Lions. They are a joke. They should not even be allowed to be in sports. They should be kicked out of the NFL. They are just a joke. They lose on purpose. And let me tell you about the Bobby Lane curse. The Bobby Lane curse is the Ford ownership of the Detroit Lions. When they traded away Bobby Lane in 1958, he made the curse. And then what happened is on November 22nd, 1963, the same day that JFK was assassinated, William Clay Ford bought the Lions, and from then on it was doomed. That's the curse. And until the Fords relinquish their stranglehold on the Lions will never be any good. They are a joke. They are just an embarrassment to sports. It's horrible to even watch them because they can't do anything right. And I know that Matthew Stafford has got to be a serious gambler. He throws games on purpose. He's got to be able to pay for his wife's cancer treatment somehow, because the NFL is not doing that. So what he does is he loses games on purpose. He gambles, and so when he loses the games on purpose, he's getting paid not only the gigantic salary by the Fords, but he's also getting paid by Vegas. So he's got his $20 million contract, or 35 or whatever it is, millions there, plus with the millions he's getting from Vegas. So so the whole organization, they need to be shut down. There needs to be investigations, and people need to go to jail, when it comes to this team, because there's a lot of corruption here. The Lions need to just need to be kicked out of sports. Anyway, well, that's it. I just wanted to get this off, and have a good day.